I must admit, this is a good set, but it is not for the little ones.
Ray Guns Legos, bricks and toys.
All right, toy fans. So I'm gonna admit, man, this one, I had started building this, and I think, built like bag one and then bag two, and I ran into problems with it. It's definitely one of those, like, it was a very, very interesting build. There's a lot of really, really good building techniques in it. The final product is amazing, but it is not the easiest thing to build. And when I say that, when they put like 16 up on there and all that, yeah, this one's definitely going to be at that 16 up. And the reason why is some of the build techniques, and even how we are putting the wires in, the steps of putting in the light up plates, things like that, is rather difficult to do. As a matter of fact, I was working on camera, and because I was running into so many problems, I had to stop, get off camera, and really go back and really rethink of where I was putting things, because I, at that point, was wasting time. It took me a while to go and get certain pieces put in. So we're going to talk about that in the review. Let's start off with the box. We'll do our normal thing. So this is the Police Urban Convoy. This is by Lumibricks. Now, they got that tech light panel. It is the Cyberpunk Neoncity. It's the Police Urban Convoy, the brand new one that came out. It's supposed to fit with the police station, though it does not fit in the police station because of its height. This is 17008. Pretty cool piece overall. Like, I like some of what we get in here, but much like the police cruiser, this could have been one of those that was easy to kind of like kit build by just adding a tile that had a different number on it. And my guess is that they're going to do a police cruiser. They've got a urban convoy, and they'll do different vehicles, and that's what the PT-07 or PT-02 is going to be. Those are the different numbers. My guess is that it's going to be different patrols. We're not going to do like army build with this, though I still think it's a pretty awesome idea. Now with that, you get a picture of some of the play features on the back, which is nice. We've never gotten that before. The delight, day and night, what's included. Pretty much that's it right there. On the back, legalese, and on the inside you do get this really nice kind of, let's see if I can get it. There we go. You got the model NAM Police Urban Convoy model number 17008. So they've got this kind of like nice like cyberpunk circuitry thing, which we had with the police cruiser as well. So we're kind of getting the same sort of box. I mean, the box is not even that much bigger either. It's a very small box. We do get a very thick book, and then this feels thicker than the police book. And I think the reason why is because there's a lot of one steps in our building techniques. They break everything down by bag, which is good. You got printed bricks. Oh my goodness, I'm cold here. You got all sorts of, bits and bobs and pieces, and there's quite a bit to it. I will say the way that we deal with the wires on the inside of the cab, I'm not the biggest fan of. And the way that we deal with the wires when we get up to the, let's see if I can get to these kind of police box pieces like this right in here, I'm not the biggest fan of that either. That was highly difficult for me. And not in a good way, in a very kind of sour way. Like, I struggled, and I had a really hard time with it. But I did manage to get it done, And it is, overall, it is still actually a really good vehicle. So this, of course, is our police urban convoy. There's a lot of really nice things to it. I'm trying to get, you know what, let me turn this light down a little bit, see if that kind of helps with some of the, there we go. There's some oranges and things that I felt like were kind of being blown out, but there's a lot of really nice stuff. You've got the do not approach piece on the front here. There's a lot of like nice detail work in this. Let's see if I can get it down there. Yeah, there's a lot of nice detail work in it. There's a lot of really beautiful sort of details. It does feel like a cruiser. The wheels don't free roll quite as much as you want them to, and the reason why is that you do have a play feature where you can turn the wheels. Oh my goodness, I popped that one off, didn't I? You can turn the wheels underneath. Look, I'm just like, I manhandle it once, and now I'm breaking everything off. So, unlike the police car, this one does have a hover mode, which I like. I think that's really cool. No fans or anything to make it fly, which is kind of the redeeming quality with the bus, is that the bus has that, the fans that make it, hey, logically this would fly. We do have this, though that's not meant to go any further than that, but that would have been kind of cool to actually have that, where we could have tilted that up, done some engine repair, because there is some, no, there's nothing in there. It's pretty blank, pretty basic, nothing to it. It would have been nice. We've had, and I think I talked about that in the build portion when I was kind of in that area, is that was a really good chance to actually build an engine, kind of like with the Fortnite bus or with some of the other vehicles we've done, including like the Lego City cab. That'd have been nice. We didn't get it here. We do get, however, these two tilting doors, which are actually a pretty cool sort of ordeal here. It is actually the way that they deal with that's really nice. Now, it's hard to get your fingers in there, so they were smart about it, and they also had it where you could lift up the top. And of course, on the inside, you've got your minifig. Now, they still haven't made the anti-studs on the feet, so instead we get those sort of like interesting little saddle pieces there that you can put one foot in each side. But then you've got all of this router work, all of the wires, all of it just sticking out right through there. That part is a little unnerving. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of how that looks. Put that down. We do have this rotating cannon that also has a little bit of pivot on it, which is, it's nice. You know, it works. It's pretty cool, but it's still, that is very loose, whereas that's not loose enough. I do like these transparent orange and blue and green and red that we have. It's very colorful. There's a lot to it. Got that system lock. Everything here is printed. It's not stickered at all. Now on the back, we can take that off, and of course you can't get into any of this. But the other play feature, I thought was kind of cool. If I can get this up. There we go. You'd pull this up, and then you could lift that down. And when you lift this up, you do get a gel cell. And that gel cell is supposed to pop off, and that can fit with other gel cell pieces with the actual police station. Now, then you got kind of an empty shell in there where you can tilt that back and do all that. It's a really cool concept. Here's my question. Why didn't we get a secondary minifig where we could put a minifig in lockup and drive off with them, you know, and put them in there and put them in, like, why didn't we get a extra minifig? We got one minifig, which is this guy, and he's cool looking. You know, he's got the visor, he's got the eyes there. No printing on the back of the head. It's just that one-sided printing, and the printing is nice. Got the police vest, like a tactical vest, printing along the back. Nothing on the legs, which is okay. The helmet's kind of silvered, and he's got this kind of yellow visor, which I thought was pretty cool. Again, we got a really cool police guy. Why didn't we get a bad guy with that? That would have made sense. And I felt like this would have, marketing-wise, would have gone a little bit further, because I think people have been like, hey, I can't afford the police station, but I can still play cops and robbers by having, a bad guy in lockup here. And it very cool. It reminds me a lot of the cryo chambers from Demolition Man, right? So I think that's where some of this gets its sort of allure from, is from Demolition Man. Now, the last part of this, Lumibricks, of course, obviously has a light kit, which is why we show up to come and look at it. The Neoncity light kits are actually pretty awesome. So let's go ahead, let's kill this light overhead. Boom. And we'll kind of look at what we got here. Now, we do have, of course, lights shining on the bottom, but they're from this headlight area up here, which is a sickly green. We do got alternating red and blue lights up here, so kind of going with that police theme. We get the lit up police over here on this side, as well as what I really thought was kind of a cool thing, that light up red bar along the bottom. I like that a lot. Another police thing on this side, and then on the inside, you do have a lit up cab, because the light is technically right under there. That folds down, lights right into there. So all in all, like, it's a good looking vehicle. Like, this really, really, really has a very, very, very nice look about it. I think it's really cool. I think areas where this would have shined better, the way we put this together was a little too complicated. I felt there was an easier way to put that together. When we get into the battery pack on the bottom, it's really hard to get your finger in there. I know a lot of people are going to do USB. This one does not come with a USB kit in it. Believe it or not, it does not have it. And as a matter of fact, just to make sure, I'll check that box real quick just to make sure. But I'll pull out my extra pieces and parts. And I do not remember seeing one in there, which I thought was kind of strange. We get some extra pieces here and there. Lots of extra plates and stuff, which I thought was kind of strange. Because normally we'll get like small pieces, but not on that level, right? Not quite that much. In our battery pack stuff, screwdriver. That was the other thing, and I'm glad I looked in there because it kind of reminded me. This set, if you have a spare pair of tweezers, you're gonna need it on this set. That's not me, being facetious or, being dramatic. No, you're gonna need it. And I do feel like this set should have had the tweezers in it from the get-go. I felt like that was kind of like one of those important things to do in the beginning. Also, I have a little bit of a problem, like my lens on this keeps popping off because it is very narrow. I don't know if that's a production problem. I'm going to reach out and probably have that replaced over time, because if you notice, there's not a lot to it. It's missing a lot of its peg. Overall, I think the set is really good. Now, I ended up using a coupon for mine. So I got it in the $20 range. It normally runs in the $40 range, so about $39. It's still really good at 485 pieces for $39. I wouldn't go any higher at that. If you have a coupon, definitely worthwhile using the coupon. But be prepared. Be prepared. This is not the easiest build at all. And if you like the Cyberpunk police stuff, I mean, this fits beautifully with the police cruiser. Like, this works really, really well. And it looks very nice even with the bus. We don't get a flying stand. We do get the wheels that roll underneath. but it just doesn't feel like this is kind of the same universe as the bus, just because we don't have the pop-out fans, we don't have the things that would indicate that this flies other than the wheels rolling underneath. And I don't know, I think the bus did it well with the wheels rolling underneath and the fans guiding this. I felt like this should have had just a little bit more. Overall, okay. I probably wouldn't get another one of these. If I was going to get another one, I'd probably get another cop car. This one, I think one is probably all I need of this. I feel like we should have had another minifig, some sort of fan or some sort of design that makes it feel more like it's flying, and a little bit easier run on how to put this panel in there. Other than that, though, hey, well worth it, right? Listen, if you want to get this, I'll put the link for my Lumibricks affiliate link down in the show notes. So all the stuff in the show notes where to get this thing. Definitely get it from the affiliate link. Help out the channel, help out a brother, that sort of thing. You know what I mean? If you haven't subscribed, you should subscribe. Be sure to hit that bell for notifications to be alerted if anything comes from me to you. Like this video, helps YouTube know that you're liking what I'm making, and of course, comment. Let me know, what do you think about this? You going to get this? Not? Do you even like the Cyberpunk series? You know, chit chat with me. I love chatting with you all. Okay. Other than that, listen, that's all I got on this one. I thank you all for showing up, and I'm hoping that this kind of answered some questions for you about this build. So if you've been sitting on it for a while and you're like, I don't know, I'm hoping this answers some questions, because it is a fairly inexpensive set, and my goal here is to make us better budgeted brick builders. So if I can look at it, take the sting out of, you know, getting a lemon, I'm gonna try to do that, so that way you can see if the set's worth it or not. Hey, thank you all for showing up. I appreciate you. I love you all. Jesus loves you more. There's nothing you can do about it. Good luck with the build, and happy brick hunting.